Luhrmann. There's a gentleman back there with the dog. Is that right? Yes, very much.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great meeting you.
Don't fall off the stage again.
You may. I don't want you to think for a second that I am at this event purely as an excuse to have a drink while I'm working. It's clear that I am working as I am wearing my directing costume. I'm sure you can see that. But we're actually in previews on Strictly Ballroom, which means literally minutes before the show goes up right now, we do changes and we do evolutions and things like that. You can't make a brand new musical unless you have the most important ingredient, and that's you good folk, which is the audience. And I must say, we're going kind of very well. I mean, people do get up and dance at the end. So, notwithstanding the Diet Coke, I expect to see you up there doing the Bogo Pogo later on. But it has been going very, very well. The show has been evolving in these previews in a really, really tremendous way. But the funny part of it aside is quite, when I was asked to come out, it was quite, it was not really a question for me about the Melanoma Institute being our organisation to support, because some people know this, some don't, but you know, I'm very close to that issue. My father contracted a melanoma and died on the first day of the shooting of Moulin Rouge from that insidious condition. You know, as an aside, John, I don't know if you know this, but my dad was in the Vietnam War, and he always maintained, I find this fascinating, he maintained that when they were in the Vietnam War, they believed in those days it was really good for you to get sunburned. And they had this thing called shirts off on the deck. And that they, as young divers, because he was a naval diver, you all got your shirts off, and you had to get sunburnt 3 times. What fascinated me about that, and he always said that's when it began, is that it's the burning of the skin when you're young that can sit there for many, many years waiting to raise its ugly head when you are at your weakest or you are not at your most youthful. So I myself think, gee, I might have sinned quite gravely, because when I was growing up, you weren't cool unless you'd been sunburned 3 times and the skin was like peeling off your back. I don't know, all you young folk don't remember those days, but I was there. And quite seriously, I was with my daughter who is 10 years old. I mean, I thought we live in a country where it's so clear how real the danger is that young people don't go down the beach and do what we did, because you go to school, you have to wear a special hat. We were at the beach the other day, and my 10-year-old, and rarely get out. And there were these young girls, and they were topless. Now, I have no problem with that, because they were lovely young ladies.